What's up, you dirty dungeon sluts? Today, I'm going to graciously offer you some valuable info on the easiest and cheapest way to kill the cave troll as a level 1 ranger. Or, if you're a fighter, well, fuck you, but I suppose this would work for you too. Although, it might be more difficult considering you're fat and slow. So you need to be a little bit more precise with your timings and have the awareness that the cave troll is miraculously fatter and stronger than you, and he will pulverize your ass if you slip up. But really, this is mostly a tutorial for level 1 rangers because the spear is really the only weapon available to a ranger that quickly, cheaply, and consistently dumpsters the cave troll. So, step 1, you're gonna need money to buy the spear. So on day 1 of wipe, you're gonna need to get your fucking money up. Then, you're gonna have to be lucky enough that the son of a bitch weaponsmith is actually selling spears. Gray or white is fine. I don't think I need to say it, but the better the spear, the faster he dies. Okay? This isn't rocket science. Step 2. You're gonna need to throw on the spear proficiency perks so that you can have that motherfucking thing on you. Don't get caught lacking. I also like to bring bread. This saves your life and your wallet, which is the opposite of how bread works in real life. Trust me. Step 3. Get butt naked. This is sexy, but more importantly, it makes you fast. You gotta be fast, okay? I gotta have you fast. Now, keep those clothes with you, because when you walk that tight little ass out of the troll hole, people are going to harass you. If you're butt naked, they can more easily penetrate you, which is not what you want. Trust me again. Let's hop right in. So first, you're gonna need to find the troll hole. Now, that may sound like a fun time, but it can actually be quite a chore. The two things you want to look for on the minimap are these two spots. Now, I'm not really big into foreplay, and generally, I will quickly get to these two spots to enter the hole as fast as possible. Once you're inside the hole, you're going to want to stick to the edges until you're ready to throw down. Now find your preferred angle of attack and charge in straight, directly at the big fuck with authority. If you hesitate, he might open with a scream and run at you like an abuelita scorned. We absolutely want to avoid this at all cost. I want to slow this down a bit and break down the moveset. So here we have the most common attack, the low swing. The low swing nets an easy body shot, sometimes a headshot, and occasionally an arm shot. It all depends on spacing. Now, you can't get too hot on this attack. You have to wait for him to near completion before hitting him, or he will do a flurry attack, which generally ends in a premature exit. It looks like this when you do it wrong and move in early. The next most common attack is a small smash. This is our bread and butter with the spear strat because it lands us an easy headshot every time, and it is the easiest attack to dodge. Simply move left and you're usually clear. If you are too close, it can deal splash damage which hurts but doesn't kill. I have an example of that later in the video, so let's just move on. Next up is the monster mash. This one is easy, just tuck tail and get the fuck out. It does huge splash damage and almost always kills if you're hit. Because of the distance you create here, the troll will almost always scream after, so you want to be running back toward him before his smash is finished, so that you can clear his left side before he screams, because if he screams, he hits you, it's a 50-50, and you could potentially die. Now we want to try and avoid getting screamed at, but sometimes shit happens, so if you get hit and slowed, he will rush you and do one of two attacks, a mid or a low swing. I'm too slow to be able to discern between the two, so I always just crouch jump to dodge it, but if he does the mid swing, it will kill you unless you crouch and look down. It's best just to avoid getting hit with the scream at all. And that's basically it as far as all the important stuff goes. I do want to say, I wouldn't be going in with the spears intending to beat him right off the bat. Just because you have all this info doesn't mean you're going to be able to apply it immediately. The timing and the movement all takes practice. I had to die to this guy a lot before I ever figured this out. So I would just go in with your base set, get that recurve bow out because it's the same movement speed as the spear. And just get used to his attacks and your spacing and where you need to be to make him do the same stuff, What we're trying to do here is make him predictable, make him do the same moves over and over again, keep him in the center, and just figure it out, you know? So just keep that bow in your hand, keep the recurve bow in your hand, and do what I'm doing with the spear, and just learn his moveset and learn the spacing. And you can do this every single time once you decide to bring the spear in. A couple things I want you to pay attention to in this part of the video is my movement towards that left shoulder. I'm bobbing in and out, right? I'm not just moving in a clockwise motion the entire time. I'm kind of moving towards that shoulder after I get the attack off. I'm moving in a little bit and then moving back out. And that's how you're gonna keep him from screaming at you. If you stay too far away in that safety zone and do the clockwise motion, he's going to scream at you a ton. And you know, you just wanna minimize that risk of getting hit by the scream. And then another thing I want you to take note of is when he's doing the low swing, the common low swing attack right there, where you're moving in at. So look at his elbow. I'm not moving in until that elbow is flush with his body again. Because if you do go in too early, that's when he does the flurry. And you can escape the flurry for sure, but it's just, you know, you want to minimize your risk. You want him to be predictable. And you don't want to put yourself in those situations. So when he does that low swing, look, elbow flush with the body, move in. You go in earlier than that, you're gonna have a bad time. And that's it, he drops. And when it's all said and done, that takes me about 4 minutes with a gray spear, nothing else. And that wasn't even a perfect run either. I wasn't getting all my hits off, and I think I got a couple of arm shots on. So I wasn't doing backstabs at the end of the scream, which I almost always do those. I'm not sure why I wasn't doing them in this run. So you can always hit a backstab when you get around his side on the scream. And I missed a couple of body shots, and I hit some arm shots on the low swing. So if you're hitting all of those, you could cut your time down even more. But yeah, for your first few runs, I would just go in there naked with your recurve bow. Like I said, it has the same movement speed as the spear. So you can just learn his attack set that way, and just get used to the movement and the spacing. You don't want to be wasting gold on this every time. I know it's only 19 gold to buy the spear, but you don't want to be dying over and over with 19 gold. That's a lot at the beginning, you know? This is a fresh wipe. We want to get a good start. So I think you could learn this pretty quickly. I learned his attack set very quickly. I just didn't have the right weapon. I was trying to use bows and stuff, and it's just, especially the gray recurve bow, there's no way it's gonna happen. So I think bar none, this is the best way to kill the cave troll as a level 1 ranger. In my opinion, it's the only way. I wouldn't try any other way. I did try other ways, and it was awful. And I don't think it's possible on a consistent basis. Everything has to go right for way longer. It takes like 10 minutes or so to kill him with the gray recurve. With a spear, it takes about 4 minutes. That's it, 19 gold. Use the gray recurve bow, you're gonna have to buy 60 gold worth of arrows. It's gonna take you 10 minutes. So this is the way. Anyway, if you enjoyed, if it helped you, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll catch you guys later.